Now, ladies and gentlemen, with Operation Riptide officially concluded, I want to do my review of this operation the past 4 or 5 months. Has it changed Counter-Strike forever, like Operation Broken Fang and Shattered Web did, where it gave us new game modes, fixed some UI stuff, made it a lot cleaner, added some new maps? Has the Battle Pass system really improved, or was it just reused garbage? Which I think a lot of people are on the fence right now of that, and that's what we'll be discussing and breaking down in today's video. So we're going to be going over everything that was added throughout Operation Riptide, the Battle Pass, which a lot of people like to call it, the coin, and more. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's hop right into the video. So Operation Riptide, it released on September 21st, 2021. Obviously with Operation Broken Fang and Shattered Web, especially Broken Fang and how successful those were, which that concluded early spring of 2021, we were left operationless for a very long time until Broken Fang came along, and it kind of filled the gap that we really wanted for content-wise for an operation. Usually when there's not an operation in CSGO, it's kind of a dark time, especially I like to call it that. There's not a whole lot of content creators make, or can make really, because CSGO is such an old game at this point. Everyone knows the ins and outs of every single map, and we don't want to see a Mirage Smokes video for the 110th time. Not to say that Nade King doesn't do a good job of it. He does a great job on them. Before we dive deep into Operation Riptide, I want to look at what Broken Fang did that really changed the game and made that operation so good. Now, Broken Fang was the first operation since Shattered Web, obviously that was around a year, and this is what started the yearly trend of operations. We had Shattered Web almost after 3 years, a little over that, of no operation since Operation Hydra, and then of course we got Operation Broken Fang, which in my opinion was the best operation added to CSGO. It took the Battle Pass system and what made really good stuff out of Operation Shattered Web and kind of emphasized that more. It updated a lot of the settings inside of CS, updated the UI, and gave us some new player models in the game, which were really cool, that are very popular to this day as well. And obviously added the new way of getting collections inside of CS, which is pretty much just opening cases, and gave you a star system to make and just let you buy what you wanted, which really made it really awesome. Because if you bought the Battle Pass, for an example, for $15 US, and you cashed out on Broken Fang cases at one given point in time, and same with Riptide, you could have made almost $100 at one given point in time. And obviously it added quite a few different modes as well as maps, which are really interesting, and the missions I think were where it was at. And then Operation Riptide came along, and in my opinion and a lot of other people's, it was very rushed. You guys remember at the beginning of the operation, the first day of it releasing, people were unboxing Desert Hydras, Stat Track, Souvenir, Factory New, and they were untrade banned, so they could literally list them on Buff for like $30,000, and that's what people were doing. Of course, no one bought them, and that was patched very quickly. It also added in the Battle Pass, which I think was really good this year, but it was very controversial and kind of ruined the rarity of a lot of items, which was the train collection, of course. The collections being added, of course, the way they did, you had a 50-50 chance of getting a Glock Gamma Doppler, and then a 1 in 6 chance on top of the 1 out of 2 chance of getting the M4A4 Coalition or the Glock Gamma Doppler of getting an Emerald. So that kind of ruined the rarity in the future for that skin. And the other operation skins, though, for Operation Riptide compared to Broken Fang and Shattered Web, were some of, if not the best CSGO skins we've ever received in Counter-Strike. They were absolutely beautiful. And with the Riptide case, it gave us absolutely banging new knives, which was really amazing. These are knives people have been wanting for a very long time, and they also helped the fact that butterfly knives were so expensive. They helped them go down a little bit more in price and make them more affordable for other people on the market. Now, with its rocky release and how buggy it was for the first day or two of this being out, we also had the very big controversial topic of obviously the coin. The coin looked like absolute garbage, and this was one of the first times, if not ever, Valve has listened to the community and was like, damn, we need to actually do something about this. The coin does look like crap. The coin, if you guys don't remember, or maybe you're newer to CS and you're brand new, the coin looked like absolute garbage. Here's what it looked like before, and here's what it looked after, and this was a good change. This was really amazing. This actually made people want to go for that diamond coin. But I think people were really pissed off that they really rushed this operation. I understand the fact that you want to get out content, especially with a game like Valorant out, which is updating their game every single week. Of course, Operation Riptide did add a few maps, such as Basalt and Sherzon 2, which has been added to the game again. Ravine, Extraction, and County for Danger Zone, which was pretty cool, but wasn't the best. Now, for the collections, we had the 2021 Train Collection, the 2021 Dust 2 Collection, the 2021 Mirage Collection, and of course, the 2021 Vertigo Collection. These are all updated versions of the past previous one. And with Train and Vertigo being the least popular, and Mirage and Dust 2, especially the Dust 2, being the most popular, I'd say, on this list. And one of the only other great things I can really think of for CS and Operation Riptide specifically is that it added free-for-all deathmatch, which I think was absolutely amazing in my personal opinion. It's something we've been wanting for a very long time inside of Counter-Strike, and we finally got it. Hopefully next year we can get some 128 tick servers as well as some new anti-cheat software. Now to the rough side of things in Operation Riptide that maybe people haven't even noticed or didn't play enough to really notice. So the first thing is the cheating situation. This happened at the end of Broken Fang, where we saw an upspring of cheaters, and it was absolutely insane. For about a 2-week period, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, if you were living in North America anyway, was completely broken. The trust factor system they have in Counter-Strike was not working, and so you were pretty much just paired with cheaters every single game if you weren't weren't playing with them, you were playing against them, and usually they were both on both teams. And that happened halfway through Operation Riptide, which this game was pretty much unplayable. Even if you were playing Face it was pretty difficult. As well, at the very end, we ran into a spawn glitch and a spawn bug that was soon fixed, and I made 2 videos on this specifically. 3 Clicks Philip did, I believe Nade King covered it, and a few others, including Sparkles. For an example, if you were playing Wingman, you could go to the opposite bomb site and plant the bomb so the CTs could not come get you. It was just absolutely broken. The game was unplayable. But with that fixed, that's still not really acceptable for an operation you're making people pay for and you have that much time to work on it. And of course, with how much money they have, there's just really no excuse. Now, another thing that I think a lot of people absolutely hated was the operation missions in Operation Riptide. They were absolutely horrific. They were horrible. They pretty much took what Operation Broken Fang did really, really good and just minused everything that was decent out of it as well. So the co-op missions that you had that you can play with a friend, that you could only play once, which I wish they would add, and you could replay them over and over again because it was very fun. It was like a campaign or story mission to Counter-Strike, which they never had. Those were taken out. There was not one single operation mission in this entire operation that was played with co-op. It was just not fun. Also, on top of that, the operation missions were pretty difficult for some of them anyway. Sure, you had other options to complete if you didn't want to play the Danger Zone missions or some individual missions, because there were 2 stacks of stars you could have done for the one mission. You didn't always have to complete one or the other, or sometimes you could do both if you wanted to. Some of them were just so tedious that were just really, really stupid. Broken Fang had the same thing. It just kept reusing the same ones also over and over again, which was just not fun. So for the next operation, I'd like to see co-op missions, and on top of that, I'd like to see playable co-op missions that you could replay them over and over again, maybe some more in-depth stuff as well. We take a look back at Broken Fang with one of the co-op missions. There was literally a puzzle you had to do in CSGO for a mission. How cool is that? And they can't even add that to some extent where you could just play with someone else against bots in this operation because it was so rushed. This can also be used as a bad thing and also a great thing for some individual people. I talked about it being a very bad thing for a very long time, and possibly this could be affected other operations in the future, and that is solely based on how many cosmetics we got throughout this operation. We got so many new Riptide agents, and especially the stickers. This is where I think we saw a lot of problems, in my personal opinion, especially on the investing side of things. Obviously, Valve doesn't care about stickers and investing inside of CS. They just pump out a new capsule every 3 months, and they're perfectly fine with that, which is fine. You look at the Surf Shop collection though, right? We had 72 stickers in the Surf Shop collection, which is just absolutely crazy. And of course, there wasn't 72 stickers, there was 18, but every single individual one in that collection had 4 of each of the same sticker, with some being in different colors or having a better effect, which was interesting, but there was just so much content. So that could be used as a good thing or a bad thing for the future as well. And the bad side being to where in the future, if we keep adding this many stickers and this many skins, for example, in an operation with a case, it could affect prices in the future of future things and older things as well. Because what's going to be the point of buying these stickers in a year or two if we get better looking stickers or more stickers in the future when these are 3 times the price they were during Operation Riptide, when you can buy something maybe similar or a little better for the same price? I feel like that's going to be a very controversial point in today's video. But either way you look at it, it could be right or it could be wrong, or it could be a little both. Hey, more cosmetic items sometimes is better. And that's what CS is good for. It has a lot of content on the cosmetic and buying side of things. But I think where they could do a lot better in the future, and kind of the closing point of today's video, is I think they need to take their time on the next operation. I think the biggest thing in CS right now that people are not paying attention to and not wanting or talking about is because people know most likely Valve is either working on it or they're not going to release it at all. And that is an anti-cheat. I think we need an anti-cheat more than anything else and more than ever in CS. And I've talked about in multiple videos how they could do something to fix the problem and come up with a new anti-cheat. And maybe release the operation with less bugs, maybe not add a collection like the Train collection, which I think was a big success for them on the transaction side of things for microtransactions. But for making things rare, that was not that fun. Glock Gamma Dopplers and Emeralds could have been super rare in the future, and they didn't really seem to be this year. But who knows, in 5 years they could be ultra rare. Let me know what you guys think of this operation. Did you really enjoy it, or were you kind of just on the fence about it, or did you not really play it? For me, the most part, I played the first 2 months of it and then kind of just fell off with it, right? The operation missions weren't that fun. You explored all the stuff that was added to the game, and it kind of got a little dry after that, especially with the cheating situation that happened for about a 2 or 3 week period at one given point in time. Let me know what you guys think. Stay positive, stay sexy. Leave your comments down below. Have a good day, guys. I'm out. Peace.